Hey everybody, so I wanted to share some pretty exciting news with you today as my husband and I are working towards saying goodbye to camper life and hello to tiny home life. And so it's been kind of an exciting couple weeks. That's one of the reasons why I've kind of been MIA for a little bit. Um, we've just had a lot going on that we've needed to take care of and that have required our attention. But it's been pretty cool because a while back we had someone who blessed us with a bunch of lumber. And initially, our plan was that's going to go towards our forever home. And we have kind of sat on it for a while and been praying on it and everything else. And we're basically at the point now, after this really cold last cycle that we had here in Oklahoma, where it got to like -22 with wind chill kind of deal. We really decided that we didn't want to live in a camper anymore. It's been great, like it's worked, it's served its purpose, but especially with another baby on the way, having 4 kids and 2 adults in a camper is not necessarily ideal anymore. 3 kids, it's just fine. We have the bunkhouse, it's not a big deal. But adding in the baby, that adds a lot more space that's needed and stuff like that. Plus also more need for, I guess, safety in a sense. Campers, they have their own sets of issues and fun things about them, like, a lot of condensation, especially in the winter time. And then also there's a chance that like every camper's probably got some level of mold in it, to be completely honest. Even brand new campers, like they're not immune to mold. And also just having a warmer space. So like our camper, when it got to -22 or whatever it was at, the furnace in our camper actually has never worked. And we've always just used a space heater or a Buddy propane heater, which works just fine. Well, the space heater kept our camper at 51 degrees, like consistently. And then we'd use the Buddy to help like heat it up for a little while, and then, it'd go back down and whatnot. But we realized that that's not obviously conducive to having a baby. Now I will say the 51 degrees, that was just during the night, and we had like tons of blankets and sleeping bags and everything else. Like we were all toasty warm. I even asked my kids, like, how'd you sleep last night? It got pretty chilly in the camper. They're like, we were fine. So, during the day it was like 68 in the camper, which most people keep their AC at 68, so it's not a big deal. But it was just something that my husband and I were really thinking about, is what's best for our family. And yes, we are working towards our forever home. We're clearing out the land for it and everything like that. But at the same time, that's going to take time. Like, we're not taking out a loan to do our forever home. We're building it as we can and as we go. And so that's going to take time and money and everything else. And so we thought about it, and we thought about the fact that we do have lumber, a bunch of 2x4s and 2x6s, that we can use towards building a smaller home, like a cabin. And so my husband actually just met yesterday with a friend who's a contractor, and we kind of talked about size and everything like that and what was within our budget. And it's not going to be much bigger than the camper. It is going to be probably about almost 50 square feet bigger than the camper, so heck yeah. So it's still better, but it's going to be solid. And like, each kid's gonna have, like, our 2 littles right now share queen size bed in the bunkhouse area in our cabin. They'll have their own like individual twin size beds and stuff like that. I mean, our oldest daughter, she has a twin size bed of her own in the bunkhouse area. But this way our 2 youngest daughters have their own twin size bed versus sharing a queen size bed. And they'll have more of a room area. And then my husband and I will have a little bit more of a bedroom type area or whatever. And more living space just in general. And so we're really excited because this is one of those things I said to my husband. I'm like, this gets us closer to, we can build our house and do it right and not have to constantly be worrying about, like, is the camper going to fall apart? Because campers are campers. They're going to fall apart if you're living in them for an extended period of time. Like, what's going to break on the camper? Is this going to work? Is that going to work? And we can just be in a solid structure with a wood burning stove and an AC unit for the summertime and be fine. And work towards building our house and not have that stress of, is this camper going to last us? Because our camper's not brand new. Our camper's from 2009. So it's already old. Like, it's already an old camper. So it's one of those things that this is exciting because it helps give us a sense of peace. When my husband had the conversation with our friend's contractor the other day, it's totally doable. Like, this is financially absolutely doable and everything else, and we'll have to do it in steps, but it's still something that we can get done probably within the next few months, and be in it and be out of camper life. So camper life has been great. It has taught us a lot of things, and I'm thankful for the time we spent in the camper. I'm thankful for the roof over our head that we still have and everything else, but I'm also really excited to have a more solid permanent structure. And eventually, once we build a forever house, guess what? Now we have a place for like grandparents to stay to visit and everything else. So pretty stoked about it overall, and just really thankful for the people who donated the wood to us in the first place. Thankful for my husband for kind of really banging it into my head that we need a more permanent space that's not a camper, and just also kind of just going through the motions. And I'm just really thankful for this process, and I'm excited. I know my kids are excited about building out this cabin, and it'll be nice to have this here on property as well too, like I said, for people to visit, and family to visit and stay with us for a little while and not have to worry about booking a hotel room for a week or whatever. And it's just an exciting next step. We're moving on up. We're moving on up from camper to tiny home, so it's exciting times. And if you guys have any like tiny home designs that you love that's like around the 300 square foot-ish mark, please like drop the link in the comments below, because I'm still trying to figure out how the interior is going to look. But drop those tiny home ideas in the comments. I'd love to see them. All right, hope y'all have a great day. Bye.